for joining us on the program. I welcome everyone that has connected to this very platform. Thank you for being part of the program. And today I'm going to share with you some important information that you need to know. As we all know, we are still embarking on the pursuit of recognition and the restoration of Biafra on the ground. Wherever you are watching from, I urge you to pay attention. Pay attention to this program, and I bet you are going to learn a lot. Do not be distracted. Do not be confused. Always be focused on the real thing. We have a project, and the project is Biafra. There is no other thing that we have in our mind. There is no other project in our heart. There is nothing else we are seeking for except Biafra. And we will continue to pursue Biafra and do everything possible to see that Biafra is restored. I welcome everyone that have connected. Please continue to support the United States of Biafra under Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, COS interim of the United States of Biafra. Wherever you are, I urge you to do your own part. Make sure you continue to do your part as we march into the anointed time, as we march into the time of freedom. The year 2025 is a time of recognition and complete restoration on the ground. The process has already begun, and the government of Biafra is doing everything humanly possible to see that things are going well. My fellow Biafrans, thank you for joining us, and I'm going to share with you some important information and important programs. Listen and pay attention as we open up this program. Thank you, and remain blessed.
Nobody is talking about the agreement and how Nigeria become a country from amalgamation to fake independence to today present Nigeria. They put it under the carpet because nobody have risen up to challenge them. Nobody have risen up to question the existence of Nigeria. Until now, we are questioning it under the Biafra government in exile. I will question it with gun. We will question it with bomb. We will question it with civility. We will question it diplomatically, and we will question it politically. And that is the multi-dimensional approach. That thing they are avoiding to discuss, that particular existence of Nigeria or continuation of Nigeria, they have been avoiding to discuss, will be forced to discuss. They will be forced with the activities and the actions of the Biafra government in 2024. That's where we are going. That's why all these shenanigans, all this their regional government, all this nonsense you see happening are happening today. And they have not actually started hitting the point, because the point remains the continual existence of Nigeria as a country. They are not discussing it. What was the agreement of 1914? What was the agreement thereafter? Independent. What happened for after the 100 years of Nigeria? Nobody is discussing it. Our own British mandate terminated in 2014. That was when the British mandate terminated. When they say you have 100 years, after that we decide.
Only one, under his leadership, His Excellency Simon Ekpa. Anybody that is confusing anyone or telling you there is another, no, there is nothing. There's just one, recognized by His Excellency Simon Ekpa. And we can pray. Once he has that communication, Biafrans, we understand that Obato Obie does not take no crap from nobody. No matter who you are, you must respect that authority. That authority is the only thing that can protect all of us. But we thank God, somebody said this is a transition period. If these things does not happen, Biafrans will not know who is following our prime minister, who wants him to fail, who wants him to be out. So this moment is ordained to happen so that Biafrans will know who is who in this restoration process. So on that note, I welcome everyone.
Thank you so much. I welcome everyone. Just as the Deputy Prime Minister have said, pay close attention to the program of today. I will be bringing you some discussions that Biafrans have made on certain platforms, the conversations that are going on as we march into the restoration of Biafra. A lot of conversations are going on right, left, and center, and we must pay attention to those informations. You are going to learn a lot. Please like and share this video as you join. Like and share. Don't keep it to yourself. The radical evangelism is still going on. Like and share as we proceed. I bet you Victory is already signed and sealed, and no human being is going to stop our victory from coming. I appreciate every one of you that have connected. Let us watch and listen to these faithful Biafrans who are making points and telling us things that are happening and giving their own views. You can equally have your own views, but every information you're getting here is for you to be able to make up your mind on your decisions. It's for you to think twice and think deeply into the decision you're making today, if you're on the right path or on the wrong path. It is not difficult to know the truth. The truth remains that the United States of Biafra is only one, under the command of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. Wherever you are today, pay close attention, share the video, and I bet you'll be glad you did. Let us watch and hear from other Biafrans what they have to say. Or you to make you weakened or to make you look as if you don't know what you're doing. Don't pay attention to them. Ignore them and move ahead. I can understand how many Biafrans feel. I can understand your feelings. Each and every one of us feel that same way, but you must not make your enemy to know that he holds something that is dear to your heart in his hands. Once you begin to make your enemy feel that he holds something that is so dear to you, he will fight you with everything he has and make sure that you go down. And he will never let you. Begin to make your enemy feel so sometimes when we see these issues, we just ignore it and pretend it's not existing. That is what we have to be doing. I urge every Biafran to stand strong and never give up, because we are heading somewhere, and our freedom will definitely come. We are fighting for a recognition. Today, you see, when you see the angle you are going today, you see the attack today is on the recognition of Biafra. The attack they are focused today is on that recognition. That is what they are attacking. And that is why they went to the extent of going into that very lobby. But I want to tell everybody, the Biafran government don't have only one lobbyist. Mazi Simon Ekpa employed many lobbyists on behalf of the Biafran government. This one that he's speaking is just one. Not just lobbyists. We have many lawyers in the United States that are speaking for Biafran and lobbying for Biafra. So sometimes when you see this one coming, some people will just get weak and think it's just this very one. Even he himself knows that he's out already. That is why if you read the letter that letter he wrote, read it properly, you will see where he was threatening. He was threatening that nobody is going to sack him because it was Mazi Simon Ekpa that signed his agreement personally. And this idiot forgot that Mazi Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, and he is standing in for the United States. That office of the Prime Minister, somebody is minding that office. He has made somebody a surrogate, and that person has the right to fire you. He's very much aware of that. That was why he was threatening in that his message. He said nobody can fire him. If anybody tampers with the contract, that is basically going to face a civil consequence. But we are not dumb. The government of Biafra is smarter than all those idiots. And in a due time, you are going to be hearing results coming from east, from west, from north to south. The Secretary for Justice is doing what she has to do. And she's putting things in order. Very soon, you are going to hear issues. Don't get distracted. Don't get worked up. Forget about those who will come and trade and say, oh, look at what is happening. There is nothing that is happening in Biafra issue today that is not happening in other places. Worse things are happening in other freedom fighting organizations. Our own is not, only that they are expecting much from us. And we are managing our issues. And we will definitely overcome the challenges. Thank you so much for joining me. Azubike Obona, are you there? If you're there, speak to us. Let's hear from you. Yeah. Azubike Obona. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Good morning, brothers.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Well, I can see how they are fighting COS, trying to destroy what our Prime Minister are putting in place. But I just want to ask, does United States of Biafra have institution of justice?
Yes, we do.
Because I think all these people that are doing all this manner of nonsense and rubbish, I don't think they will go free from all these things they are doing.
They will not. The Secretary of Justice is already on it. The institution is already on it. The department is already going on it. You are going to hear the information, the update when it comes.
Why I'm asking, so this should be an example for each and every one of Biafra living inside and living outside. Okay, if we never show these people example, they will not know that the government are very, very serious. Because I can't see why the prime minister are putting everything in order for Biafra to be fully restored, and people are kicking it out because of one thing or the other. What the Nigerian government have given them, something of that nature. It doesn't happen. No. Instead, anywhere, any country they are, they should be bringing them down or taking them to jail, right into the government of that country, because now we are a nation. Because all this nonsense, lobby, no lobby, is what we call is conspiracy with the Ogenkere and Co.
Yes.
Pastor Van Van. They are the one that doing all this sort of thing, saying that our PM can never give them the Biafra, and the COS can never be the deputy prime minister, which is very bad. If we are seeing all these things, it doesn't give us courage. Look at the brother at the fire. At the beginning, they started. At the end, they start to disturb what they have already put in place. What kind of balance is that?
That's human being for you.
If you on a why I want to sign contract on a why we can't go myself. I just I just actually now go in the other countries tax I just like I got measure over there. And India never now conspired all the whole men on the ground. So no how on New Zealand, no how on Akuko, no how on everything. This is very bad. It's very bad, brother. I like a meaning and keep it on, keep it on. At the end, God will reward you.
Thank you, my brother.
Biafra as a whole, Biafran government as a whole will reward you. Continue doing your good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. It is something that is expected. That's why I tell Biafrans, sometimes when you see them release some information, don't rush, just calm down and listen. It's just like the letter that very what do they call him, the lobbyist wrote. Take your time and read that letter properly. You will see the undertone of that letter. In that letter, this very man who claimed to be a lobbyist said that the only man who penned his signature on their contract is Mazi Simon Ekpa, the prime minister of and it is the right of the prime minister to sign that very contract. Then he was there. Mazi Simon Ekpa did not employ him for himself. That contract was signed on behalf of Biafra Republic of in exile.
Yes.
And this man was in Finland the very day the United States of Biafra was declared.
Yes.
He was standing there, he was sitting, and the Deputy Prime Minister read the speech and he said, on behalf of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, from today, being 29th of November, 2024, we cease to be Brigi, we become the United States of Biafra.
Yes.
He was there. He saw the Deputy Prime Minister pen down her signature. In the Constitution of Biafra that was released, he saw the Deputy Prime Minister pen down her signature. In that declaration document, he was there and he saw her pen down her signature. The whole world saw it on video. Today, you claim to be a lobbyist. If this man goes to the office in DC to represent Biafra, what are you going to promote? Who are you going to tell them to recognize? Are you going to tell them to recognize Brigi or to recognize the United States of Biafra? That is the question. Even when he admitted that the signature that is on his contract is not with Okere, it is not with Okere. Okere was only dedicated, assigned to that, to go and meet him and discuss with him.
Yes.
That was the assignment that was given to him. The assignment, the contract he signed was with the Biafran government, which this prime minister penned down his signature. And now, this idiot forgot to know how government is functioning. Okay, let's assume that today our prime minister is no more, God forbid. Does it mean that the Biafran government cannot be able to take charge of their contracts, resign it, and sign those they're going to sign.
Why not?
But you see what he was writing. And when you look at the write-up he wrote, at the middle of the write-up, he began to threaten. He said, nobody can take away my contract. If you take away my contract, there will be a civil lawsuit. That statement, he was directing it to the Deputy Prime Minister because he knows that she has the right to take him away.
Yes. Yes.
And he was trying to threaten on that very program. You know, these people, it is very easy and cheap to know their life. It's just like the video they released. The video they released, they wanted to show the world that Mazi Simon Ekpa said that the Deputy Prime Minister cannot take decision in his absence. But when you watch the full video and the content, you see from the beginning, you saw where Mazi Simon Ekpa was threatening to sack them. You saw where Mazi Simon Ekpa made a statement and say he is just managing some of them because of the effort they have put in. He doesn't want to take anybody out. That we should manage it until we get to where we are going. And when you listen fully, you see that place, the attack was just on Mazi Simon Ekpa and the Deputy Prime Minister. They were all attacking them. One of the women there abused our Prime Minister face to face and told him insulted our Prime Minister face to face. On that video that they released, they were the one that released it. And people are asking questions. This was a cabinet meeting that is not supposed to come outside. A secret cabinet meeting. Somebody among them recorded it with his camera and released it. Is that not acting? The person they are projecting today have double name. And this idiot who called himself a lobbyist, you are projecting somebody with a fake name. Even the name he wrote on that Twitter, on that message, a fake name. When he's going to DC to go and represent Biafra, is he going to tell us Ogenkore or Augustus is going to present? Who is going to present? Which name is he going to present in that place? He is not even qualified to mention Biafra any place he goes. And I believe the Secretary of Justice today is preparing, and what he has cooked for himself, he is going to eat it and eat it in full.
No, who is behind all this nonsense that Ogenkore they are doing? Who is sponsoring them? It's
not a rocket science. We know the people we are facing. We know where the challenges we are doing. We know that the zoo is not resting. The zoo will always throw their bomb and they will always strike at any given point in time. If you make yourself a willing tool, you will always be used. That is the thing. You will be used. So who is sponsoring them? We know where their sponsorships are coming and we don't care. What matters now is for us to protect our Biafra and continue to seek for recognition and make sure that Biafra is restored in the homeland fully.
What I'm going to tell all the whole Biafrans all over the world, everybody should join a hand and support COS because she is the capable hand at this particular moment. Support her in any means because we are tired to be slaves. We are tired of this suffering that we are going through every day by day. See our brothers and women, they are all over the world, spreading all over the world. In Gakwazena East now, we have few of them. Everybody, I would say in the Biafrans on that side country now, there are many. They are bigger than the ones that inside. And somebody have sacrificed himself to give us that same Biafra. And they are now coming out to trying to to distract the attention of the people. COS is after Prime Minister. After Prime Minister, COS is in charge, is the commander of everything and has right to remove anybody that does nonsense. Anybody. Because it's our Prime Minister that put her there. It's not himself that make herself Deputy Prime Minister. And the work she's doing it better. That woman doesn't fear anybody. I love that woman so much. It doesn't fear anything.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother Zubike. I appreciate you for that contribution. Let us allow my fellow comrade and beloved brother to go ahead and speak to us. Biafra the first, my beloved brother. Go ahead and speak to us. Unmute yourself. our admin on India, I think admin on Arizona or Indiana or so. Can you hear me? Go ahead and speak to us.
Hello, Biafrans.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Well, I can hear you. All right. Thank you. There's been a lot of noise at the background there. I don't know what is going on. So, but yeah. Maybe I should let me check something from my end. I will come back.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't like the backfiring word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead. I will come back.
Okay. So I can, my brother Gregory, go ahead and speak to us. Gregory, you're welcome. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, my brother Jews. Good morning and good morning to all our comrades in the house.
Good morning.
Happy New Year again.
Same to you.
My brother, just to add some words on what you have been preaching this morning. You know, when Christ was preaching, a lot of people wanted to follow him. Some said, please let me go and bury my father before I will come back. And he looked at them and said, leave the dead and let the dead bury the dead. So leave all those Nnamdi Kanu siblings with Nigerian politicians. He's telling us that he reached agreement. So which kind of agreement will you go to reach with the Tinubu's son and Tinubu that Nnamdi Kanu will be released?
What is
he stupid? He only wants to make money, nothing more. That is a fact. So it's a very, 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 very big shame. It's just like the DOS making agreement with the governors to release ESN. And later Dike doesn't come and tell us that they disappointed them. They think that they have won.
Exactly.
These are the dead. So they're supposed to go and die with their dead. We are moving forward. Christ said, when you move, you don't look back. So that is what we are doing. So on the issue of the lobbyist, you know, I'm the person that asked that question. Does it mean that the lobbyist doesn't have contact with Simon Ekpa's lawyer? So if the man we are confused, he would have called the lawyer and inquired to know if what our deputy PM is doing is right, or if Simon Ekpa is aware. But because the man has sold his conscience, and he came to threat that he will sue if he is sacked. So did you have? Is he a business lawyer to Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, or is he a lobbying for the nation? Exactly. So I don't know. Maybe that man is not. I don't think the man is educated in anywhere. He is lobbying for a nation, and this nation, the Prime Minister have cabinets, and the cabinets can make some decision. That's why they are cabinets.
Exactly.
And this lady wrote you. She wants to see you one-on-one again, so that the decision can be made. And he said he turned back and start writing rubbish that he.
We can't hear you anymore.
PPM is concerned.
Okay.
Okay, it's back again.
Okay, go ahead.
As long as our deputy PM is concerned, the man is sacked. The man wrote his sack letter himself, not the Biafran government. Yes. So he sacked himself. So he cannot work with us. That is the fact. So I don't think the man is. If the man cannot be sensible enough to know the right thing to do, and number one, he lied. He said he had been trying to bring the two parties together, which was lie. So I don't know why people must choose darkness. If the man had not been a dark man from the beginning. If the man were true Biafran and working for Biafran, and he was in what do you call it, in Finland, and he saw everything. He has seen the Biafra Jata. He saw the Biafra Constitution now, and he saw the declaration, and that these documents that the man he will be using to go to any country he wants to lobby for.
Exactly.
He's not going there to tell them about Kerem or Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. He's going there to tell them these people are nation, they have constitution, they have this and this, that. They will look at those constitutions, they will see somebody, PM and somebody's people have signed those documents, and their names that are signed, that are documents. And these people are government. They will not be asking that the lawyer who is who signed your contract. They're not saying bring us. Nobody will ask him bring us the contract you signed with these people. What they will ask is the document that makes these people a nation. You know. So the man he makes up himself. So let him go to hell. That is the thing. So we are moving forward. God bless you, and let other Biafrans to speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Gregory. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah, welcome back, my fellow comrade. Go ahead and speak to us. I hope you're clear now.
I'm good now. Good morning. All Biafrans all over the world. Good morning from my end.
Good morning. You're welcome.
And I say, God, we keep the United States of Biafra. And I say also that God, we keep our COAs, Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. I say that God, we keep and protect all the media personnel of United States of Biafra. I love to mention that name. It's just that I'm surprised that some people are still talking about Biafra Republic government in exile. I wonder what they went to Finland to do.
I don't know.
If they are still talking about Biafra Republic government in exile, I wonder, you know, it touches my brain. Why did you go to Finland? And it surprised me the more that the guy I respect, that is called, what is that his name? Elias. I mean, like, what is going on? It's like this thing have a spirit. You know, greedy has a spirit.
Yeah.
You know, love of money is a spirit.
Of course.
You know, any kind of attitude you see in a human being is a spirit, but people doesn't know. I begin to understand why somebody said that if you want to know what somebody eat, cause the person to choke. Once the person choke, he is going to come up with what he ate. If he ate rice, you will not see beans when he is being choked. What you are going to see is that rice that the person ate. So now what we are seeing in Elias, Regolis or Ragolis, whatever is that name. What I'm seeing in him now is the real him, and that is what he ate. We're seeing covetousness. We're seeing love of money. We are seeing greediness. And I am very, 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 very disappointed in him. And Biafrans should also be disappointed in him. I am more disappointed in him because I saw him in Finland.
Yes.
He went to Finland. He followed everything that happens in Finland. Though there has been an accusation from our deputy prime minister how he wanted to distract her,
That is
but
true.
she overcome her distraction. And for him to try to distract our deputy prime minister, what is actually going on in his mind? Why? That means there has been a plan, because you can now put one and one together and you get the dot of the
course.
kind of picture we saw where Ogenkere and some of her cohort were sitting in that Finland, while other Biafrans are rejoicing, being happy that Biafra has come. Their faces were looking like wicked masquerades.
Yes, I saw it. I saw it.
Yes. So when you look at them there, you now put the dot of the action and the letter that this Elias wrote.
And for the record, Biafran government paid for that Elias flight. We paid for the Elias flight, and when he was coming, he flew in together with Ogenkere. Two of them went to Germany together. From Germany, they flew in together to that very convention. For the record.
But I want to let you know here that the Biafran government paid for that flight.
Exactly.
I want you to know that Chief Ogenkere will claim the payment of that money. He will make Elias believe that this money, I am the one that are paying it because I'm the one that are sponsoring Biafra.
That is it.
Is the narrative that Chief Ogenkere is playing, is projecting there. But like I'm saying, I am very disappointed on the man, and I want Biafrans all over the world to believe and to agree with me that the United States of Biafra are not idiots.
Yes.
It's a government, established government. On that nonsense letter he wrote, somebody said here that, yeah, actually that letter is a sack letter. I agree with that. Having seen whatever that happened in Finland, and he came up to write this kind of letter, have told you everything you need to know. It's a coup. They decided to make a coup. But I am looking at him that he's not intelligent enough.
He's not.
Because if he is intelligent enough, he will never come out to write this kind of letter. He would have gone to receive counsel. You know, people would have counseled him on the step to take. I wonder where he was making this wonderful, peaceful move he claimed that he was making. I wonder how he would have been making this move, and our deputy prime minister will not listen to him, and maybe Ogenkere will not listen to it. He is just sounding like Ogenkere.
Exactly.
That's the way I look at it. He's just sounding like Ogenkere. Ogenkere will claim that I wanted to call meeting like his cohort. Akparawa was saying that he called meeting and nobody answered him. He called meeting up to 5 times. 1 week before Finland, you call meeting 5 times. Maybe he's been calling the meeting 2 times a day and nobody answered him. I mean, you see how people tell lies. So that is the same way that this very man now called Elias.
And that is a big lie. He never called any meeting and has no right to call meeting. The only person that has the right to call meeting, which their own video testify, Mazi Samanoko in that video release said that the only person that has the right to officiate in any function is the deputy prime minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. She's the one that has the right to call meeting. And she called that meeting more than up to 5 times.
Yeah.
I was in the cabinet. I saw the meetings. I was in the meetings. They never attended. One of those meetings, Vam entered that meeting and he only caused problem and began to insult the deputy prime minister.
Yeah. Yeah, that is that is actually the people. It's one of the people I'm very, very much disappointed about. But like I'm still on this very guy called Lagoris Elias. This man, I believe that he knew that the Biafran government, even whether in exile or whether in United States of Biafra, that they have a lawyer.
Absolutely.
They have a legal personnel there that have been standing for them, both in Biafra Republic government in exile and in United States of Biafra. Why didn't he go to him to ask questions? Oh, how do I do this? What is going to happen now? Instead, he come up to threaten us as if we are cowards.
I wonder.
As if because he said that if any person trying to remove him, that he's going to attract legal whatever is going to attract. I mean, like as if Mazi, our prime minister is Biafra. Our prime minister is not Biafra. Yeah, he represents us and he signed the document, but he is not the Biafra. The Biafra will follow their constitution.
Absolutely.
And if you breach it, the constitution will come after you. Because we are now a nation. So I want to let Elias know that he's on his way out. Whatever he's doing will not work. And we are not afraid of your threatening. With you and your threatening, you will do nothing. The Ogenkere, it doesn't matter how much he will give to you, all of you will lose. Let us be patient. Sometimes we beat and show how impatient we are. That is why most of us are talking and said like they want it now. They want it now. Yeah, things doesn't work that way. If we want to get it right, it must follow due process. Even if here in America, if you commit a crime, they are not going to just throw you straight in the jail.
No.
It's going to take some process. A whole America will take processes, sending you letter, inviting you to court, doing all that. You come and stand and you take, it takes time. Sometimes it can take even 1 year, 2 years before they will finalize it and you will see the result. You go to jail. So let us not think that it's going to be, let us not think that it's going to be just now. I believe that the lawyer of United States of Biafra, first of all, Biafra government in exile, because I don't think that we have changed the lawyer here. It's still the same woman that have been standing for us.
Dr. Levy
now that in Biafra Republic government in exile, she is still the lawyer we have now. I think
yes, Dr. Levy.
She's our justice, right?
Yes.
Good. So we don't have any problem, and I don't believe that she will go sleep without following the due process. She's a spouse. She's here in America, I think, so she knows what she's going to do. But let us not, begin to holler on her or shout on her as if you want it. No. Let the due process take place. They will answer to what they have done. And as for the what is her name? The person you were showing before on Nigeria television.
Okay.
The journalist, our sister. What he was showing there, is disappointing as well.
Voice of the people.
Then the Kano brothers case.
Yes, in the Kano brothers case. I mean, coming out to tell us that he agreed with Sheri Tinubu how to release Nnamdi Kanu after the father won election.
After they support election, they should not
support the election and the father won. They will release Nnamdi Kanu straight. That means that, and according to our brother, he said that our prime minister, our spirit leader, agreed to that very.
Agreed.
That is the indirect indictment, my brother.
Indictment, absolutely.
Mad
people.
indirect indictment to our leader. And I want to tell you, and I want to tell Nigerians, whosoever that care to know, that kind of thing didn't happen.
Never.
He's just using it to make a name and to get money.
Yes.
Our leader will never come to that.
Will never consent to that nonsense. He will never
consent to that. That is what I want both the medias in Nigeria and whosoever that cares to know, to understand that such thing is a frame up. It's a way of indicting his brother, thinking that we will not understand it. It's a coded way of indicting his brother, because it all means that whatever that is happening in the Southeast now is because of the fail and the not agreement, obeying the agreement. That is what he's saying indirectly.
Yes.
That how hard the Southeast and insecurity in the Southeast is based on because you did not obey, releasing Nnamdi Kanu according to the agreement. But I tell you, it is not true. Biafra, don't believe that very fallacy. Don't believe it.
No,
it is not true.
No time that man loves Nnamdi Kanu. That's his brother. No time.
He doesn't love his brother. He doesn't love him. And only God will judge him. And not only God will judge him. Biafra government will also, the United States of Biafra, he will answer in the court of United States of Biafra very, very soon. That I believe. Then please, Biafrans, I'm also calling you with my own voice that you will come for fundraising today. Very, very important.
Very important.
Very, very important. And you know where we are donating now? That is in www.new-dimension mandate. And there, once you go in there, you will see the scroll down and you see donate here, and you click it, so you donate your money. Don't donate any other place. We have many reasons why we shouldn't donate any other place, because the one that have been donated already was not accounted for. So we have no right to go to another place than this website I just mentioned now, until our United States of Biafra website is completely, good to go. Yes. And I believe that when it is good to go, the government will let us know. Also calling the people in the state of Indiana to come up and clear the face of Indiana state, come up and donate to what we are doing, so that the name of Indiana will continue to ring bell to the whole Biafrans all over the world. That is what I'm asking you for. If you want my number, you can get my number from my brother here, Habat Channel. He has my number. And I'm also asking Habat Channel to
Survivor.
This very channel I'm using to call you now is a new channel I just opened. I want you to help me to announce it. I want you to tell Biafrans to go and they subscribe to me, like it and share it. I will be sharing messages from there, while I will still have to contact you to guide me on one or two things to do, so that I will become professional like you too. And I also want to...
Is that Biafra, the Rising Sun, huh?
Exactly, sir.
Okay.
So that is a new channel. I just made broadcast there this evening in my little way. And I will be coming up there, because it is very necessary, seeing that our media has been divided into two.
Very necessary. Anybody that can come in, come in.
Yeah, so this group have gone to the other way, and I don't want to go that way because it's not a good way for me. So we have to now start to stand out together to continue to do what we know how to do. Please mention that your phone number. I want to get it now, please, if you don't mind.
Let me get the line and call it.
Okay. Yes, so fellow Biafran, I love you all. As you are coming up to support what we are doing here, I pray that God will continue to support you as well, because He is a loving God.
Yeah, let me call the number +447.
Okay. Excuse me, sir. +447.
Yeah. 864
864
397
397
169.
169. Thank you so much.
You're
It's on
welcome.
WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, what's up?
I will connect you from there, sir.
Okay, my brother.
God bless you so much.
Bless you much more. Please follow his platform, Biafra, the Rising Sun.
Yes.
Everyone in this program today, go and subscribe to him. This is a time for us to engage in a radical evangelism. Mazi Simon Ekpa told us about this time. He told us about this time that we prepare for radical evangelism. Go and follow Biafra, the Rising Sun. Everyone in this program, go and subscribe to Biafra, the Rising Sun. Very, very important. We must move this tree. Yeah.
What about this guy that they call Biafra Unite? I'm not hearing of him.
Biafra Unite is not with us. He's not with us.
Thank you.
He's not with us.
Thank you. Because I called him. I called him many times.
He's not with us. Time has gone when people were hiding under. You hide under one thing, disguise yourself. We are not part of that anymore. If you want to,
I had that all the
you come and come and speak Biafra in the morning, in the night, you talk about Nigeria. You speak with Biafra in the morning, you hide under the keyboard and you do the different thing. There is no time for that.
Yeah.
We have many of our brothers in Biafra land who are broadcasting and we can see them. So anybody that is trying to cover himself or hide himself somewhere, Biafra Unite is not with us. He is not with us. And he has shown the kind of person he is. He has done it before. He was one of the people that attacked me as Simon Ekpa before. He disappeared and appeared again. He was like, just like what do you call it? Fam. He did the same thing before. And today they are the same people still fighting as Simon Ekpa today. The same people. So he's not with us.
Okay. I can see.
Thank you so much. Let's allow my beloved brother Maxwell. I can see you there. My brother Max, go ahead and speak to us, bro Max.
Thank you so much. Eziboto Namoche, Mazuchuk Survival. Good morning.
Excuse me. Hold on, my bro Max. My brother Indiana admin. Can you put your link on the comment section? The link to your YouTube channel. Put your link on the comment section so that people can easily click on the link and get the channel.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, just get the link and put it on the comment section so that people can just tap into it and get into your channel.
Okay, so let me see.
Go ahead, my brother Max.
Thank you. I salute every one of you that has found time to come out here today to support, everything that has to do with my mother's ancestral land, which is the United States of Biafra. Those in the comment section, my co-panelists here has said, never allow your own to spoil. May God continue to bless each and every one of you for the great work that you are doing. It is a very tedious one. It's a very, a strong one indeed for us to do. But as long as Chukwu Kikabiama is with us, that load, that earthly load that is as heavy as the whole universe will be made light by not only by Chukwu Kikabiama alone. So do not be afraid. Do not be afraid of what a mere mortal will do. That is the characteristics of a mere mortal. Where he or she does not benefit, where he or she, cannot benefit, they find one way or the other to scuttle it in order to rise above their colleagues. That's exactly what you see happening today. And before I go on, I will always do as it is in my tradition to pitch my tent on the side of the CSO, the great daughter of Biafra land,
COS.
A brave woman, Ngozi, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, who the mantle of leadership has fallen under her legs. We must support her in everything. Where she is falling, we must join hands together to raise her up. I mean. Our Igbo people, where I was brought up, says, I have Ronyowa. I have wrote to Onye in Ngwa dialect, please forgive me because it is Ngwa dialect that I was brought up in. I have wrote to Onyowa. When you leave a big problem for one person, that problem is going to kill that person. In this case, we must join hand to support him. Wherever she is having difficulties, we must be there to support him. Where she is being criticized innocently, without no fault, we must be there to support her. I have been criticized also from the other side, how I have become evil, that they trusted me and I betrayed them, that I've one man went to a certain extent to tell me that Pastor Van supported me to give me opportunity to speak on his platform and so on and so forth, but never knew that I was that much evil. You see, so, and I blessed him. I blessed him. If I am evil, let the spirit of my mother's ancestral land that saw me, that fed me, and kept me alive for 32 years I spent there, being able to survive in 5 different wars under Nigerian military, and so on and so forth, judge you. So that is what if I am doing the wrong thing, let the spirit of the Biafran people, those that are alive and those that have given up the ghost through this struggle, judge me as well. And they will also pass justice, between me and those 3 people that have attacked me seriously on the space, and so on and so forth. I'm not scared. I have thick skin. If I don't have thick skin, I will not be able to survive 18 years in the Nigerian army, being someone who comes from, Igbo extraction, serving in a very hostile environment called the Nigerian army. You bear me witness what our people are going through there, how they are treating them, where they are posting them, the most dangerous places, that is where they will post them to go and buy. That is what is going on. And I'm still wondering if it is because of the money that they are paying them, my comrades are still there. I do not know, but time will tell. The distraction of, coming from left, right, and center must be ignored. When you are doing something and nobody's attacking you, know that what you are doing is not the right thing. When people are attacking you for what you believe in, my brothers and sisters, continue to do it as long as you are convinced that you are not trampling on any person's legs. What you are seeing today manifesting, you don't need to be surprised about it. I never knew that he had one time in the past committed the same thing and was forgiven. It was Alex O. I personally call Alex O to please calm down. Where we are making a medicine that is going to go into the eyes, Master Church, we are not going to add pepper into it. But as it is said in Igbo adage, no matter how hot the fire is under the anus of a tortoise, that tortoise will never change its steps. Let me speak it in Igbo too, to tell you people that I am very, very abreast with Igbo adage and how it is spoken in my mother's ancestral language or dialect. Otowu no sokwara ọkụ dị ọkụ n'ike nna nnabe, ọ gaghị agbanwe iche ya. I am having challenges here. Mazichus, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I think it's breaking up.
Yes, I saw it. I'm having small challenges here too. That is how it is. No matter how you cure epilepsy or Biafra, it will still shake. This is what we are experiencing today. Don't be afraid of what is happening. These are things that are bound to happen. The only thing I pray to every great son and daughter of United States of Biafra is be courageous. Pick up the armor of God. That is truth. Biafra, and fight along with it. We must pray, no matter how small our equipments are. Let's just try. Chukwokika Abiyama is going to manifest into it and make it be like that stone that David, his anointed one, used to buy a giant from the Philistine origin that was about to destroy them. The same plan is what is going on today, especially from those that we started this race with. And I'm here to tell you as Yokene that they would never succeed in what God has ordained. They will never succeed to thwart what God has ordained. The freedom of the United States of Biafra, my mother's ancestral land, is assured by Chukwokika Abiyama. All what we are passing through today is just a temporary stage of attacks. After this, it will fizzle out and you will see the real gold will appear, which you are going to enjoy. I will also enjoy. And I wish that I would be alive to witness that great city, that great land, that great nation, made up of different dialects of Igbo extractions, coming together to sing their lost song in their own land. Do not be afraid of the distractions that are coming. Money, they say, the Bible says, is the root of all evil. You will never know the attitude of a man until there is enormous money in his hands or power. You will see the type of person that you are working with. And this is what has happened. We must not allow it to sway us out of the course that we have chosen, the course of truth and the restoration of the Biafran country or nation. I thank you all. And as you do everything, Mazichuk, I'm not going to stay long because I have a family meeting that I have to attend once I end here right now. What I would tell you all is prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Wherever the angel of God gather, the children of God gather, the enemy is not far away from there. If you remember this, then we will know how to thrive in the midst of these serpents that have surrounded us. But don't be afraid that Chukwokika Abiyama is with us, and we will prevail over all these serpents that has opened their fangs to sting us. They will not succeed. I am not pure. I am talking to you as you are Wawa. I am talking to you as Yokene. I am talking to you as someone that shared the genes of the Igbo people in him. And I am here to encourage you to stand strong, because the paths that we have taken, the path of freedom, has never been easy for all the people that have gone through it. So many lost their lives in it, and those that succeeded are today singing, joyous songs, happy with what they have done, and bequeath them to their generation that are coming after them. Be courageous, my people. I love you all, and on behalf of my family and the entire ethnic group of Mole Dagbon in Upper East region, and my own father's tribe or dialect that we speak, the Kusasi people, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to bless every one of you and make you stronger in this 2025 to face the diplomatic challenges that are going to, face us. Get stronger and be courageous, and we will be fruitful. We will win at last. I thank you all for having me and giving me this privilege to speak the way I have spoken. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution you just made. And equally, I didn't know I'm going to spend this much time. I wanted to spend just 2 hours and then go because of the fundraising that is coming in the evening, so that I can allow Biafrans to prepare themselves, and also we prepare ourselves and come on the fundraising, the very fundraising of the year. So, but now that we have been able to spend almost 3 hours, we will try to round it up. And I saw a message on the comment section. Somebody, Obuji is suggesting that he's asking. He said in the comment, let me just read the comment before I say what I want to say. In that comment, Obuji said, you people made a very big mistake, including Prime Minister and Mazen Nandekano. Why you people don't take blood oath? You Igbos like money. If had it been that they took blood oath, there will be no criminal among them. You don't know what you're saying, Obuji. Maybe you, I don't know where you're getting this your own idea from. Whether you take blood oath or you don't take blood oath, anybody who wants to be a criminal will be a criminal. Saboteurs will always be there. With or without blood oath, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change anything. Go ahead, my brother Maxwell. Go ahead. I think you want to say something.
For those of us, even in the olden days, because where the family I was brought up in, I told you before, Mazi Chuks, that my stepfather worshipped the deity they call Osu. Osu deity. He is the custodian of Osu deity. And not the one they use to destroy people, which is the caste system. No, not that one. The Osu deity. He was the custodian of Osu deity of the Ngwa land, part of Amoma in Ngwa land. And I told you that Amoma people, that the one you see today in Ngwa land, are from Amoma in Mbise. Since I have the blood of the Amoma people in Ngwa land, Aba State, I will not marry any lady from Amomara in Mbise. That is where our people migrated from before they now settle in a place that they call the Fundraising now in Ngwaland. And when you look at the dialect also, that as they migrated from Amomara Mbise down to Aba, Ngwaland, their dialect changed. You see how Amomara Mbise and their dialect, you see, that is the dialect. But when you come to the Ngwalantu, is it's the same thing, but just that dialectical difference there. You see, people took blood oath in the past and they disobeyed it, nothing happened to them.
Of course, thousands of people.
Criminals and armed robbers take blood oath. They go in there after maybe they have so much wealth that they have gathered, the loot they have gathered, they kill one of their own, they fire them and carry the oath and nothing happens to them. Your conscience, you have a soul in you Your soul, there is nothing that is going to torment you more than your conscience, that your soul.
Absolutely.
That is what is in you that is going to torment you. In fact, you will be running when nobody is chasing you. It is stronger. It is stronger than blood. What is in blood? Who killed the blood? Who sprayed it? Who spoke on it? It's a spoken word, but your soul, your conscience in you will continue to kill you while you are alive. If you like, go and check all the people that betrayed their brothers. Check from the Civil War, Biafran War, the Azekas, Opad. Where are they? Where are they today? Where are the children? Learn from those things, not blood oath. Blood oath has no meaning. It has nothing on anybody because you, our people in Igbo land say, are you not the one that is, conjoining it, speaking to it? The day you say you will not do it, what will happen? You can even set it alight. Because even my stepfather, when he repented, he set all those things alight and rebaptized. So that was what happened. What happened to him? Nothing happened to him. Your conscience is that oath. When you open your mouth and agree with, let's say I open my mouth and agree with truth, I say this I will not do, and you know it. There is what they call unsoana. Unsoana. Before the 10 commandments were given to us, there is what they call unsoana. You know it. You took it from Chukwokika Abiyama. Don't envy. Don't buy. Don't covet. And the rest of them. These are unsoana. So it is not blood oath that is going to save you. If you go to Benin Republic, are they not committing corruption and this and there? They swear with Python. Them too, they swear with Python because I have been there during my military career. I've been there. I've seen how they do their own. Even if you come to Ghana here, there's a place they call, what do they call itself? Antoa Shrine. People go there. After going there, they will still come back and do what they want to do. Look, let me tell you, you control those things. When God, Chukwokika Abiyama, created you in his own image, what do you think that he did? He gave you power to do and undo. He gave you power to do everything that is right. And once you begin to do them, and in a very truthful manner, you will see the actions of God. God created you and made you bigger than the angels. The angels are your servants, your messengers that you can send. So blood oath has nothing to do with a person, the image, spiritual image, creation of God. Thank you. That is all I have to say.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for that input. I appreciate you for that very contribution. And fellow Biafrans that are watching anywhere you're watching us from, we are going to be rounding up now so that I can attend to other things and prepare also. And you also have to prepare for the fundraising. Every one of us has to be there. No excuse. This is the very first time for the year. We must have to come and support the best way we can. Anywhere you can. Remember, it is New Dimension mandate. That is where you make your donation. Put your money where your mouth is. If we talk from here tomorrow, money can solve the problem. All this is we are talking about the recognition. It needs money for us to recognize. You need money. In restoration on the ground, our men on the ground, they need money. You know that our government is recruiting. As the recruitment is ongoing, we need to equip them. We need to equip them. And remember what our prime minister said, that after the declaration, it will be a different ballgame. We are going to go all out to defend our land. We might even go on offensive, not defense. But it takes money. Every one of us should get prepared and wake up. Don't go to sleep. Let us do what we have to do. So as we are rounding up, my beloved brother and comrade, I've just posted your link My brother from Indiana, admin from Indiana, I posted the link already. So anybody that's here, please check that link that I posted. The link, you can see the link, the Biafra, the Rising Sun. Biafra, the Rising Sun. Or you just type Biafra, the Rising Sun. You will see it. Go there and follow that very channel. Very important. Every one of us must have to get involved in this radical evangelism. Nobody can do it alone. If it takes all of us to join, let everybody join and begin to speak. Because we must have to do it. Radical evangelism. I appreciate every one of you that have joined me on this program. I thank you for being part of the program. I appreciate you participating on this program, and I say, may Chukwu continue to guide and protect everyone that has participated in one way or the other. Whatever role you have played on this program today, please like and share to other people, and let us continue to support the United States of Biafra. It belongs to us, and only us can make it what we want it to be. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being part of the program, and may Chukwu continue to guide and protect every one of you that have supported us on this program today from the beginning to end. Thank you, and I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu. Thank you so much, and stay safe.
ga-emekwa gị nwụọ n'ike. Elugo ọ ga-emekwa gị daa n'ike. A sịkwana Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope a sịkwana na adịghị Chineke ga-eme ọ ga-emekwa ịfụnanya. Isi n'igwe na nwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Etu a ka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwa pie. Ogbugo ọtụtụ ọtụtụ anwụgo.
Where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go destroy. Our guiding light. shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, oh, I call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
United States of America is a steadfast supporter of the principles that people have a right to choose their own form of government.
Absolutely clear. There is no room for double standards. International law must be protected always and everywhere, without any ambiguity, in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world. This is our global...
In these annual debates, we need to remind ourselves of the principles that led to the founding of the United Nations. Among those are peaceful coexistence and self-determination of peoples.
And there was hope back then, and some are also hoping now, that territorial concessions to the aggressor would bring peace. History has proved that giving up territory for peace has too often led and will lead to further aggressions. To achieve peace, we will have to learn from our own mistakes. Failure to do so would bring a colossal cost in human lives across the globe.
The solution of a conflict, in our view, has to be, like some of my colleagues have already said, based on a comprehensive, just and lasting, enduring peace, founded on the principles of international law and the United Nations Charter.
Emerging economies with the goal of finding a path to peace. Canada will always be a strong voice for peace, democracy, freedom, and the international rule of law.
Chile, my country, as a small nation in the south of the world, with a population of 20 million inhabitants, understands that only adherence to international law and the protection of human rights can ensure peace.
Freedom is an inalienable right and a natural entitlement that cannot be denied to any people.
Nigeria, having advocated in 2024 for the independent state of Palestine, should be bold enough to also accept the outcome of the Biafra self-referendum in peace or in pieces.
East is not landlocked. Actually, the Southeast has the deepest and the shortest access to the Atlantic Ocean compared to all of Nigeria. Since after the Biafran War of survival, Ndi Igbo have been hit with a barrage of lies and propaganda, concerning our access to the ocean, and in a condescending but rather popular phrase, our detractors say that the Southeast or Anigbo is landlocked. But is Anigbo landlocked? The answer is no. Anigbo is not. Igbo land is not landlocked. And like I said earlier, we have one of the deepest access to the ocean. Now, with this, I would like to welcome you to another interesting episode at Voice of the Sun. Today, we'll be dispelling the lies and the propaganda that says that Igbo land is landlocked and we do not have access to the ocean, which is something you will always hear in the Nigerian media space. So now, before we go ahead to discuss the geography of Igbo, I would like for us to define what a landlocked region or country is, right? So, a country or region is considered landlocked when it is surrounded by one or more countries and therefore has no immediate coastline preceding, or providing access to the sea or the ocean. Now, simply put, this means that a landlocked country is a country that is inside another country. Now, with this definition, would you say that Igbo land is inside another country? The answer is no. The answer is no. So, to understand the far reach of our land, Igbo, let us dive into a little geography, and list the far reaches, not few, the far reaches of our land, Igbo, before the Nigerian government, carved it all up, carved it out, and turned them into the south, leaving us with just 5 southeastern states, right? So, Igbo are located on both sides of the River Niger, and we occupy most of the old eastern region. Before we had southeast, we had at independence we had an old eastern region which compassed the 5 southeastern states, rivers, all the south states were under the what do you call it, the old eastern region, right? So let us look at that location, that geographical location. So Anigbo, that is what I love to call Anigbo. It measures up to 41,000 square kilometers, and it includes the old provinces of Onitsha, Owerri, East Rivers, which is Iguacha, which they renamed as Port Harcourt, and then we have Southwest Benin. No, not Southwest Benin. We have Southeast Benin, the Abo area, and then coming down Abo area, yes. Then we have West Ogoja, and then we have the Northeast Warri. All of these are the areas that you would find Igbo people all around the south, the old eastern Nigeria, right? So now a detailed study of Anigbo will show you that. So now I'm going into the rivers, the waterways, the tributaries we have in Anigbo. Now, a detailed study of our topography would show you that Abia State, Keta, Imo State, Anambra have some of the shortest distances, tributaries leading to the Atlantic Ocean. We have the Azumini or Azumiri in Abia State. We have Imo River. We have Omambala, which is River Niger. And then we have Oguta Lake in Imo State. We have Oseakwa River in Ihiala, Anambra State, which actually terminates in the southeast end of the Atlantic Ocean. And then these rivers I mentioned above, they all have short, very, very short navigational paths to the Atlantic Ocean. And geographically, they have far shorter distances. If you measure the distance, which is not measured in nautical miles, from land to the sea, measured in nautical miles. Not the nautical miles of these rivers, they are shorter than that of Calabar, Port Harcourt, Ibaka Seaport, to the Atlantic Ocean. One of my lights have gone off, but we must continue. So yeah. So the Azumini River in Abia State and the Imo River are basically 15 to 30 nautical miles to the beachhead of the Atlantic Ocean. Keep this in mind. The Azumini in Abia and the Imo River are 15 to 30 nautical miles to the beachhead of the Atlantic Ocean. And then we have the Obuako River in Abia State, which is 25 nautical miles. 25 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean from the confluence of the Azumini River and the Imo River. Where the Azumini River and the Imo River meet, there you find the Obuako River, and it has 25 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean. And then we have the Oseakwa River in Ihiala, which I mentioned earlier, which is just a mere 18 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean. And it has a depth of 65 feet, making it the deepest waterway to the Atlantic Ocean, the deepest natural waterway to the Atlantic Ocean in Nigeria as a whole. Other waterways, other seaports might be deep, but they were dredged. This one is 65 feet deep. Oseakwa River in Ihiala, Anambra State, the deepest in Nigeria naturally, right? So, and then we have Osemoto in Oguta. The pronunciation it's what I'm trying to get. I've not been there before. It's spelled Osemoto, Osemoto in Oguta. It has 18 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean, right? So to understand why I said we have the shortest and the closest and the deepest waterways to the Atlantic Ocean, let us compare the rivers I mentioned above now in Anigbo to the seaports in Nigeria. So the Port Harcourt seaport was dredged up to 50 miles to the Atlantic Ocean through the Bonny River. 50. On a seaport was dredged up to 60 miles to the Atlantic Ocean. The Calabar seaport was dredged 45 miles, nautical miles. When I say miles, nautical miles, 45 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean. Ibaka seaport is 30 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean. This one comes closer to what we have in Anibo. One year, small, a little, right? 30 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean. And then the Lagos seaports, the seaports in Lagos, were dredged 50 nautical miles to the Atlantic Ocean. So that this means that the water in the current southeast region alone, have fewer nautical miles and are closer to the Atlantic Ocean than the One, Calabar, Ibaka, Lagos, and Port Harcourt seaports, respectively. I want this to sink in so you understand that you have been lied to, we have been lied to. Let this sink in. Every other seaport in Nigeria exists today was dredged to get to where they are. But naturally, we have the shortest distance to the Atlantic Ocean. And if we further dredge these tributaries to the Atlantic Ocean, we would have some of the best seaports you have in Africa. Or let me just say in Nigeria. Right, so that being said, we move forward. So in 1959 was before our independence in 1960. So you understand where I'm going to. The Osakwa River in Ihiala and the Osemoto in Oguta were mapped out to be made seaports. You understand? They were mapped out to be made seaports. But the projects were abandoned by the Nigerian government. It's not today they started trying to hinder Igbo progress. They abandoned the project of the seaport project in Anibo. And even the Admiralty membership license was erased. To confirm what I'm saying, the African Development Bank has a report on this particular project. You can go search. I think I will find the report. It will be in an article we'll publish following this video, so you'll see it there. So that being said, so let us get to how did we Ndi Igbo. Now, before I even get to how we lost our lands as Ndi Igbo, I want you to try and wrap your head around all I have said. Igbo is not landlocked. Igbo is not landlocked. I'm repeating this so that it registers in the head of both our people and both our detractors. Igbo is not landlocked. By distance to the sea, by having multiple access tributaries to the Atlantic Ocean and having one of the deepest waterways in the Atlantic Ocean, we are not landlocked. So let us move forward. Now, how did we lose so much of our lands? How did Ndi Igbo of this generation now come to believe that we are landlocked, we don't have access to the sea? How did we get there? So now, some of the major contributors to this of how we lost our ancestral lands, because these are our ancestral lands, and natural access to the ocean, was the abandoned property policy, in the south, in the new form South, and the Igbophobia, the hate of Ndi Igbo that followed the Biafran war of survival. It was a genocide on us that we had to fight to survive, with over 3 million killed. So many of our Igbo brothers, after they started to deny their Igbo-ness and ancestry, you find this a lot in Port Harcourt. You even find it across the Niger among some of our Nigerian brothers who now say they are not Igbo. But you bear Igbo names. You find the likes of Rotimi Amechi, Chibike Rotimi Amechi, Wike that say they are not Igbo. You are answering an Igbo name. What's his name? There was one that was a Nigerian team, somebody Olisa, Sunday Olisa. Excuse me. Sunday Olisa said he was not an Igbo man. Manina has Olisa. Where is Olisa from? So, but I'm just trying to point to you how some of our Igbo brothers had to deny their Igbo-ness because of the stigma of that Biafran war. So, and then also by 1976, when General Olusegun Obasanjo was the then military president, he used this. There was a Justice Nasir boundary adjustment commission that was created, and they intentionally carved out Igbo territories and carved them into the new fangled or called mangled is the word, South. They created a South, which does not exist on the map anywhere in the world. South is not a region that exists anywhere in the world, only in Nigeria. They created it to reduce the political power the resources and what have you of Ndibo and he created a South-South. That was in 1976, the work of Olusegun Obasanjo and his Justice Nasir Boundary Adjustment Commission. That was when we lost some of our lands, and then going forward, and there are other ways too we lost our lands, but these are the major ones. Now brings us down to the state creation of states and all of that. And over the years, there was no more history. Like, after the war, history was erased from from Nigerian schools. So without teaching of history, there are certain things you wouldn't know about your people. History was erased. So Ndibo did not even know their ancestry, who their brothers were, how far reached their lands were. We lost all of this with the stopping of teaching of history. Some of us know these things because we invest time in studying our history. You look at the books you see on the set, you see I have lots of history books. This is just few of what I have in my library. And then we have materials online with lots. If you don't know your history, one day you are gone. You wouldn't know a thing. A foreigner will come and lie to you that your father killed your mother and you will believe it because you don't know your history. So going forward, we're coming to the conclusion. In conclusion, it is important for us as Ndibo to know that we have a legal access to the ocean. We have a legal access to the ocean. And this legal access is known as the international law of the sea. The international law of the sea. Whether you are in Nigeria, whether we are Ndibo belong to Nigeria or we have a country of our own, this law gives us unhindered access to the nearest sea because we are an indigenous people. Every indigenous people who have waterways leading to the Atlantic Ocean have rights to the ocean and can say that this part of the ocean belongs to us. So among all the waterways I listed, at least we can say we have close to 8 in Ndibo that have short and deep tributaries to the Atlantic Ocean. So then tomorrow you come out and tell me, or you tell my children that we don't have access to the ocean, that we are landlocked. You lie. You understand? So whether we are in Nigeria or we're not in Nigeria, we have access to the Atlantic Ocean. Know this and know this today. Ndibo is not landlocked. So and some of the other laws that back our legal access to the Atlantic Ocean are the United Nations Treaty of the Sea. United Nations Treaty of the Sea, and also the African Union Treaties and Conventions of the Sea. Hear me again. We have the International Law of the Sea, we have the United Nations Treaty of the Sea, and then we have the African Union Treaty and Convention of the Sea. These laws guarantee that Ndibo have access to the Atlantic Ocean. And as long as Nigeria and the countries around us, Cameroon and the rest, are signatories to these international laws, then they do not have any right to prevent us from having that access. It's just that it's so bad that certain things in Nigeria have been put on the exclusive list of the federal government. Things like railway lines and major refineries and even seaports. States can't even have seaports. If not, we can create seaports of our own. Every Imo state will create a seaport. Abia state will have a seaport. Anambra will have a seaport. And then we move ahead with our lives. But we're in a federal government where the constitution hinders the progress of a people. And that is why we are saying that we want Nigeria restructured, or we divide and we go. It's as simple as that. So, man, we'll leave this part. This is what I just said now for another video entirely. So, we have access to the Atlantic Ocean, and we have multiple access to the Atlantic Ocean. If you go through River Niger, if River Niger is dredged, because most of the seaports in Nigeria were dredged to get to the Atlantic Ocean, River Niger is dredged. We would through Bonny, we'll be at the Atlantic Ocean. The big ships come dock, at the seaport with smaller vessels. They come into Onitsha, and we offload them. Onitsha main market keeps boosting. You understand? And when people tell you that they can't dredge waters, it's a lie. It's a lie. There are places in the world where they were just tiny waterways. They were dredged to have now I will call them major seaports and access to the sea. London has a seaport, but they don't have access to the sea. They had to dredge their way to the sea, and most of the ships that come into the UK come to London, but London has a waterway to the sea which it dredged. There's this I've forgotten the name. We'll leave this for another video. But the summary of what I'm saying, if I'm telling you, is that an Igbo is not landlocked.
Oh, Mama Biafra, where you dey? We dey wait for you to come our way. Simon Ekpa, you dey fight like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want am strong. We Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. With Simon Ekpa we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout. Mama Biafra, yeah, oh, I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Ọ ga-emekwa gị daa n'ike. A sịkwana Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme, maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope, a sịkwana na ọ dịghị ihe Chineke ga-eme. Ọ ga-emekwa ịfụnanya. isi n'igwe na nwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra, ọ ga-eme ya efe ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Etu a ka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwa pie. Ọtụtụ ọtụtụ anwụgo